The Stack. People, Business, Technology. With Dan Tomaszewski of Everything MSP.
Hey everybody, Dan Tomaszewski here. We are live at Pax8 Beyond in Denver, Colorado, and I am here with my good friend Jason Pryce with Kaseya. How you doing today, buddy?
Good, man. And yourself?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
You know, this event has been rock solid. I mean, I pulled you out of the vendor hall, give you a little bit of break, but I mean, it's jam-packed.
Yeah. A lot of traffic, a lot of partners.
Yeah.
A lot of conversations.
Right.
It's pretty crazy there.
I mean, it's probably pretty cool that you're able to see not only MSPs that you don't work with yet, but also MSPs that are partners with, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. The partners that have been on this journey with me, or the journey I've been on with them over the last 11 years, seeing them. Getting, hearing conversations about, their growth and the things that they're going through and the changes. It's always great. And then you get to, talk to partners that I'm not familiar with.
Yes.
And, start a relationship. It's pretty awesome as well.
Well, I mean, much like how MSPs help their clients become more successful, you're helping them as well.
Absolutely.
You're helping you're helping MSPs become more successful and, through ability to deliver some products and services to you. So, we could sit here and talk about, who Kaseya is and what you do, what your product offering is, but I think everybody knows that you guys do everything from A to C, right?
Pretty much.
You're like the Swiss Army.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, but what's something that, is unique about what you offer that attracts MSPs to Kaseya?
I would say that, as you mentioned, we're the Swiss Army, right? We have all these different, tools, and that's not by accident. It's actually by design, right?
Yeah.
We started off with having, just one, tool that our MSP partners use and love, and through acquisition, through innovation, we're able to file a whole platform full of tools, right? And with that, gives our partners, a one-stop shop to get all the different tools that they're going to need. It allows them to reduce the different vendors that they have to interact with. And also gains a ton of efficiencies, right? Because one of the big things that we can push is the ability for all of our tools to work together and therefore saving time, right? And of course, at the end of the day, also save a lot of money as well.
True.
Right? And so I think those are the things that we were offering, and people seem to really like it. It really resonates with them.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, of course, not this past year before at Kaseya Connect, in Vegas, you made a huge announcement of, a pricing package. You guys did it again this year. So, that consolidating everything, it's true. I mean, because you think about getting the most bang for your buck.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so that's Kaseya 65. So right now we are in the third iteration. We just announced it a couple weeks ago. And Kaseya 365, it really just speaks to what I just spoke about, right? Getting all those tools that you need to use, right, to help clients, to gain efficiency in your business, right? And it puts it together in a single subscription, right? It takes the guesswork out, right? Yeah. It takes how do I match this tool with this tool? How do I get the best in terms of integrations? How do I maximize and utilize AI, right, to the full capabilities? That's what I believe that we're able to do with this A365, right? For our partners.
Exactly. And so let's talk about one thing that when an MSP comes up and talks to you, what is one of the first things that they're asking? And what is their main interest when they, whether it be here at the booth or they're reaching out to you elsewhere that they want to learn?
What I find funny is that they don't know all the things that we do, right? Kaseya, and Army, four something different solutions that provide to our partners. And sometimes you may be using, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you don't realize that, there's other tools that we can help you to leverage in order to, perform better, save money. And so there's a lot of education, right? People to the booth and they're like, oh, well, I already use your stuff. And you're like, okay, what stuff do you use? And they're like, 1 or 2, 3 things. But did you know about this? Did you know about this? And it gets real interesting. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're like, there's 37 other things that you're not using, right?
Exactly. Right? And so it's fun, but it's also a challenge, right? It's kind of fun because I get to try to extract enough information to get to educate you. So that's awesome.
So any anything that you can share with us as far as how that you have provided product or structure and it's type to selling business.
I would say, a great example is about a little over a year ago, we announced block test. And it's an awesome tool. It automates the whole penetration testing that companies are needing and able to do. And I had people who were struggling and how to message them, how they're going to sell it.
Right.
And one of the cool things, because I get to speak to so many different voices, and you get to understand their challenges, understand what they're doing. Well, I was able to pair a couple of my products together, so that they can educate how they're doing to be successful selling the business. And I saw one partner, right, actually be able to close $1,000 in new business, right, just by getting him in the room and having that conversation with his brain, right? And that was just, and that's not including the opportunities that came from it in terms of multi-recurring revenue, right? So it like that right there is like one example that I love to share, just about how I was able to put two things together. And with that being done, see great success. So I would say that would probably be one that's just really.
I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I often say that a lot of MSPs feel as if they're on an island to themselves, but in reality, they're in the same boat as others. So when they can share that, I think the beauty of the channel is MSPs don't compete with editors. It's co-opetition, and when they can help each other out. Absolutely. It just helps. It helps everyone.
Absolutely. Whether you're in a competing market, non-competing market, I think having that ability to lean on one another, really matters. And, yeah.
No, that's great. Well, Jason, I really appreciate you taking some time. I know you got a jam-packed schedule. And so thank you very much. I appreciate it.
For you anytime.
I appreciate it. And for everybody out there listening, until next time, thank you very much. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Thank you for listening to The Stack.